today, you made a millionaire. Today. Thank you for coming.
What's going on, Teeba?
Do me a favor, please. Just share the group, your beginnings, how you got started, how much it took for you to own your own company, how the idea come about, and just how you went from who you were to who you are now.
Gotcha. Good afternoon, everybody. Before I get started, number one, I just want to commend everybody for being in the room today, right? Like, you could have been anywhere. Saturday, it's beautiful outside, and y'all are in here getting the game. That's step one. Like, you gotta be in the room to get the game. Point blank, period. What you do with the game is up to you. But you gotta be in the room to get it. So y'all in here on a Saturday, sacrificing y'all time, listening to Teeba, listening to me, getting the game, and that's huge. Like Teeba said, my name is Broadnax, from Houston, Texas. I'm around the corner, raised in all over Houston, Texas, Sunnyside, South Park, Missouri City, A-Leaf, Southwest, you name it, we probably lived there because I grew up pretty rough. I grew up in the 80s, born in 1983, the crack epidemic. A lot of y'all are maybe a little too young to remember that or even know about it, but it's when a lot of our black men got strung out on crack cocaine. And when I was you guys' age, probably 13, 12, every man that I knew for the most part either was on crack or sold crack. So they fell victim to it one way. Either you own it and you homeless and you're not at home being a role model, or you selling it and you balling until you go to jail and then you gone for a long time and you're not at home being a role model. So I had very few opportunities like y'all have right now to even be in a room right now getting this game, right? And although I did not have those opportunities growing up, I always knew, like, man, I want the game, and when I get older and get it, man, I'm gonna put it on myself to make sure that I go back and get a game up, because I know I needed it, right? Despite those obstacles, life worked out for me a little bit, luckily, right? Growing up, I'll give you a little bit about my childhood. I grew up in a single-parent household. My father was addicted to crack cocaine when I was growing up. So I didn't have positive male role models. I had about 10 uncles between my mom and my dad. Like I said, each and every one of them was somewhere in that epidemic, which left me without a role model. Unfortunately, I have a lot of interviews now, and I fly around the country speaking, and people ask me all the time when I'm talking about business, who was your role model growing up? All right, that was my role model growing up, Tupac. He was a rapper, he kept it real, he was about his community. It's about all I knew, that's all I needed to know. And he was unapologetic. Growing up not having male role models, I had to do what I call like reverse role models. Everybody around me who was older than me and my family, I didn't want to be like them. So I didn't have anything to look at them and be like, man, I want to be like him. Let me follow these moves. I had a lot of, I don't want to be like him, so let me not follow these rules. Let me not do the things that he's doing. I don't want to go to prison, bro, so I'm not going to be doing the things that I know my uncles are doing, because I don't want that for my life. I said that for anybody in here that don't have a role model at home, it's not an excuse. Take control of your own life. Make your mind up now. Like, I made my mind up when I was y'all age, 12, 13, that I would be in the situation I am in now. I promised it to myself, despite all obstacles. I just knew, like, bro, I'm gonna win, and when I win, bro, I wanna tell kids my age, like, bro, you can win, bro. Point blank, period, despite all obstacles. So I grew up in Houston, like I said, grew up in Sunnyside, started in Sunnyside Elementary, went to 5 different elementary schools, right? So we know elementary only got like 5 grades, but I went to 5 different elementary schools. 5 different elementary schools, 4 different middle schools around Houston. From Missouri City, Southwest, back to Missouri City, right? Ended up going to Willow Ridge High School, graduating class of 2001, probably before most of y'all was even born, right? Graduated high school, it's like, man, what do I do next? What do I do with my life? 18 at this time, 17. Goes fast, bro. I'm 39 now. It seems like yesterday I was 17. It goes fast. And I remember sitting in seats like this, and people would tell me, like, it go fast. It does. It goes fast, so you don't have any time to waste. So I'm happy y'all in here getting the game early, because you can apply it way earlier than I did, than Teeba did, than any adult in here did, right? I graduated high school, went to a few special tours in high school about colleges and being top 10% of my class at Willow Ridge, but I had nobody in my family that went to college. So I filled out absolutely zero college paperwork. Even though I went on these tours during the school year, I filled out no paperwork. I didn't know how to do it. Nobody else was pushing me in the house. So I found myself after high school graduating with nothing to do with my life. That summer, I'm graduating June 2nd, here it is, probably around this time, honestly. When is this, July 13th, something like that? Right around this time, I'm like, man, what am I gonna do with myself, man? I don't know what I'm gonna do. All I know is I don't wanna be like the people in my family. I did know that. I was like, all right, I gotta kind of figure it out here, because if I hang out here in Houston, bro, late entry program, I was like, bro, what is that? It's like, man, we joined the Navy. Me and my girlfriend, we joined the Navy, man. I was like, bro, y'all crazy. Yeah, what are y'all doing? You and your girl, y'all joined the Navy? That's the craziest idea on earth. Whatever, throw your clothes on, let's go to the club, I'm driving. Go to the club, that's Friday night. This is around July 8th, if my memory serves me correctly. July 8th, 2001. That's Friday night, we party. Saturday morning, one of my uncles who had just got out of prison, he comes to my house that morning. Hey man, come wake me up. Hey, I need to use your car right quick to go see our people on the other side of town. All right, man, no problem. He'll take my keys, I'm asleep. I partied with my boys last night. He come back up about 10 minutes later. Hey man, your mom said that you need to drive me. She don't trust me in your car, you need to drive me. My mama being a mama, but she know her people. I'm young and naive. I don't know any better at that time. So I was like, all right, well look, since she making me come, I know I'm supposed to drive, you drive my car. I'm gonna give me some sleep in the passenger side, right? That's what I'm gonna do. You go ahead and drive it, she gonna make me come, you drive it. Well, he totaled my car out with me in the passenger side. That day, totaled it out. First time I've ever been thankful for airbags, because I was flying to the windshield until the airbag pushed me back down and knocked me back in my seat. Now my car is totaled. It's Sunday, that's Saturday. Friday, my friend going to the Navy. Saturday, my people totaled my car. Sunday, I'm riding to church with my mama. And she is in full black mama mode. This Monday, she's in full black mama mode. You need to do something with your life, I don't know what you're doing, you're messing up, you're doing terrible, right? And in the midst of this rant, she tells me you should go to the military. It was just one of the many things that she told me I should do with my life. But since my boy just went to the military 2 days ago, I'm on the way to church, my car is up, I'm depressed. This must be a sign from God that Warren is supposed to go to the Navy. So I signed up for the Navy 2 days later. Walk into the recruiting station on Monday, hey man, I want to sign up, what do I need to do? Literally was signing up for the Navy. I just told you I would have thought about it Friday, right? I just told you crazy, bro, what are you doing? Tuesday, I'm signing up. They like, hey man, we can get you going to boot camp Friday. It's like, hey, give me 2 weeks to party, bro. I just graduated high school, give me 2 weeks to party. Ooh, me. So what this taught me is you gotta stay open to all your options, because you don't know what you don't know. That one decision I made to go to the military that quick was one of the best decisions I made in my life. It was one of the best decisions I made in my life. 2 weeks later, I went to the United States Navy. Spent 4 years in the Navy. Traveled all across the world, served on 3 different ships, went to probably about 40 different countries. I learned how to become a man. All the discipline, all of the things that I was missing growing up, the Navy instilled in me. Taught me a lot of things about myself. Core values of the Navy: honor, courage, and commitment. Put me in a lot of different situations where I thought I wasn't gonna make it. And I made it. The lesson I learned out of that is you're stronger than you think you are. It'll put you in a whole lot of different situations in the military where you like, man, I'm not gonna make it out of this joint, bro. As long as you don't quit, as long as you don't lose your cool and just get rattled, as long as you stay the course, you make it out and it builds your confidence. And that taught me at a very young age, bro, I'm stronger than I think I am. I can really handle a lot more than I think I am. I can. I'm here to pass that message to you. You ain't gotta go through those terrible things I went through. You're stronger than you think you are. Only if you are. Only if you think you are. It's one of my favorite quotes from Henry Ford. It's like, if you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right. Think about that. If you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right. In any situation you go to. And a lot of adults still suffer from this. Man, I can't do nothing, man. I can't get out there and be no entrepreneur. I can't save $10,000. I don't even make enough money. I can't. I can't, man. How you go out overseas? You took a flight to Africa, man. I can't even do nothing like that. And they don't. They box themselves in and they don't. And everybody I know who's doing it, bro, I can do anything, bro. I don't care how hard it gets. I can get it done. That mentality will take you further than anything else. Now, you match that mentality with some discipline and some hard work, and then you start building something, right? Spent 4 years in the United States military, then the Navy. After I came home from the Navy, I became a juvenile probation officer here in Houston, downtown, 1200 Congress, the Juvenile Justice Center. Any kid from Houston, 10 to 17 years old, if you get in trouble with the police and they take you to jail, you're locked up in there with those kids. That's where I was, working in there with them every day. And I realized like I was not the only one that had a hard story. I realized that there was a lot of kids that really don't get a chance. We all got struggles. Everybody can feel sorry for ourselves if we want to. But when I started talking to kids that was one of 8 and never been able to read because his mama never cared about the boys because it was 5 boys and 3 girls. And I thought this kid was articulate, smart. I'm giving him a book as I'm putting him up at night, like, hey, bro, give you a book, bro, so you can pass time tonight. He's like, I can't read. I said, bro, you can't read? Bro, you one of the smartest people in the pod. Man, my mom never cared about us. She never gave us a chance. She said she didn't care about the boys. It was only the girls. So I realized then, everybody don't get a fair shake at this thing. Everybody don't get a fair shake. I got issues, obstacles. You got your issues and your obstacles. Life is what you make it. We can only say our mama didn't care so long. You got to take control of your life. That's what working at Juvenile Detention Center taught me. After I left there for about 4 years, I started to work as a Houston firefighter. Working on the fire truck, working on the ambulance. You call 911. From 2010 to 2014, depending on what side of town I was on, I'm showing up. Either on a fire truck or on an ambulance. It was here I was able to start my entrepreneurial journey. As a firefighter here in Houston, you only work 2 days a week. It's a beautiful schedule. It's a beautiful schedule. 24 hours on, 24 hours off, 24 hours on, 5 days off. You got a lot of time to really be off as a firefighter. And I miss being off, to be completely honest with all of y'all. I miss being off because I'm not off anymore. I miss it. But got a lot of time to be off. So it was here, I was like, man, I got a lot of time off. I started working side jobs because you want to make more money. It was here one of my friends called me from the Navy, actually one of my veteran partners, and was like, hey, bro, I'm at the fire station at the time. He's like, man, I got an idea. Now, everybody knows me and my family and my friends. They know I'm the motivator. Before it was motivating people to do entrepreneurship and believe in themselves, whatever we doing, I'm the one pumping up the team. We going to the club, I'm the pump up. Hey, bro, you clean tonight, man. We gonna go get them, right? We open. Oh, yeah, pass it to me. I'm gonna end the game, baby. You gotta set the pick. That's me. I'm just the encourager naturally. That's who I am. Naturally. I'm gonna pump everybody up. That's me. So he calls me, and he like, hey, man, I got an idea. Like, man, what you got? He's like, man, we should sell some hair. I was like, bro, that's got to be the craziest idea you've ever called. Why would you call me with some hair stuff, bro? I don't know nothing about no hair, bro. You don't know nothing about no hair, bro. Like, well, what are we going to do with hair? He was like, man, I know some cats made $4,000 in a weekend selling hair. $4,000 in a weekend selling hair, bro? What? I'm working for 24 hours right now for $200, and I could die today on this fire truck. I'm working for $200 today, and they made $4,000 in a weekend selling hair. I don't know nothing about it, but I gotta get some research. Like I was like, let me get back to you, man. I gotta figure this out, right? The goal out of this one, the lesson out of this one is like, don't never count yourself out. Don't never count yourself out. Always give yourself a chance. I knew absolutely nothing about hair. My guy, what's your name? What, William? What you know about hair, bro? That's about how much I knew, bro. You'd ask me that day after I got the phone with him, me and you would have been hair buddies. We would have knew exactly the same amount of information. But I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. And I'm all about getting the game. Point blank, period. That's me. I always wanted to have my own freedom. I always wanted to be able to put my people on. And if you get me somewhere where I can learn, this is where I'm going to sit. Any room I'm at with a game giving up, I'm not sitting in the back. I'm in the front with my pen trying to soak it all in. So he calls me, hey man, we ought to sell hair. I say, bro, I don't know nothing about no hair. You tripping, but let me figure this out. 2 weeks later, I give him a call back. So this is what I do at that day. When I hang up from him, at that day, I was like, you know what, bro, I think this might be my opportunity to work for myself. So I put it in my head that day, I'm now an entrepreneur. I now work for myself. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm working for myself. So instead of going to the fire department extra days, instead of hanging out with my homeboys, I started going to beauty salons and asking questions about hair, because I ain't know nothing about it. I was like, man, I know if a woman walk into a barbershop, bro, she can ask us all the questions she want. We hanging out, what you want? Yeah, you can talk to us as long as you want, you come in the barbershop. I was like, well, if I go to a beauty shop, maybe that'll work for me like that. So I was just walking to beauty salons. Hey, how y'all doing? My name Warren. Man, my sister sent me in here for this hair. Tell me about it a little bit, right? I'm acting like I'm gonna make a purchase. And I would just ask questions. Oh yeah, what's that, Brazilian? What does Brazilian mean? How long is it? How much does it weigh? How much is this gonna cost me? And I would ask question after question after question after question. What I'm doing, I'm getting the game. Learning, okay, this is Brazilian, this is Malaysian. What's your top seller in here? After I see I was getting on her nerves a little bit, I'd be like, all right, thank you, I appreciate it. It's just a little too confusing for me. I'm gonna send my sister in here, thank you. And I would go to the next beauty salon. And that was my job for the first 2 to 3 weeks of me working for myself, was to wake up in the morning and go and do this and just get the game. 2 to 3 weeks later, I called my boy, I said, bro, let's meet up. I think I got enough base knowledge to where we can kind of start selling this hair a little bit. Now, like I told y'all, I wasn't afforded the opportunity of a Teeba Rose to tell me how to save my money. So it was time to invest in my entrepreneurial aspirations. I had a whole whopping $450 to my name. I told y'all these jobs I done worked before, military, fire department, good jobs. Good jobs, making good money. And I'm blowing it all because I don't have no financial literacy. I have no financial discipline. I'm blowing everything. When I'm getting it, I'm making everybody else rich, thinking I'm having a good time and knowing I'm borrowing money the next day. Or borrowing money to payday. That was my routine, unfortunately, because I was not fortunate enough to be in a spot like this to hear this game. So me and my boy, I was like, bro, I got $450 in the bank. What you got? I got about $450 too. It's like, all right, bro, let's match up. Let's match this up. We got $900. Let's just buy this hair and see what it do. So we started our business with just $900. Is it anybody in here, right? Just trying to, is anybody in here has never had $900? Anybody in here? Just raise your hand if you've never had $900. You've never had 900. You've never had 900. You've never had 900. You haven't? Y'all listen to Teeba, y'all go get there. Start saving. You should have it by the end of this year. If you listen to this gentleman, you should have it by the end of this year. If not, by the summer next year, set you a goal to have you $900, because it ain't a whole lot of money. It's not. It's not a whole bunch of money. So we started this business with $900. At this point, we only had what we had. Anybody in here who seen Baby Boy? Anybody in here seen the movie Baby Boy with Tyrese and they seen that? So for the people that have seen Baby Boy, that was my motivation at the time, because I didn't have cable TV. And on the movie Baby Boy, he was selling dresses to women in stores. He would walk in there with women's salons and sell dresses. I was like, well, hell, if he can sell dresses, I can sell hair. So those same little knowledge that I got from these women at the beauty salons, I would walk into beauty salons with a Nike duffel bag and say, hey, how y'all doing? My name is Warren. I'm here to sell y'all these bundles. And they laughed me up out of a lot of places, man. It was a lot of jokes. It was a lot of laughing. It was a lot of kikiing. It was a whole bunch of humor. You'd have thought I was Kevin Hart on my comedy tour and every beauty shop I went to because they just laughed me out of a lot of places. I never let it discourage me. I never let it discourage me. Man, get out of here. What you gonna do with that hair? You don't even know what you're doing. We don't want that. Always a learning opportunity because I'm always here for the game. Well, if you don't want this, what do you want? Well, why don't you want the hair that I want? Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what I should get. I always left that situation learning something. If I didn't leave with a sale, I left with a lesson, right? This is lessons in early entrepreneurship. We'll get to the big numbers that say, wow, oh my God, geez, wow, I can't believe you made that much money, right? Just to catch it. We've made over $100 million in She's Happy Hair, right? So $900 to $100 million, right? Just to put some things in perspective so we don't lose people here. So I can tell you how to get it out the mud, right? Because it's not just a cool saying. I really got it out the mud. You feel me? So how do you get to 100 million from 900? Exactly what I'm telling you what to do. No handouts, no loans. Every dollar reinvested in the company. Every dollar flipped. Every sacrifice made for the betterment of the company. All right? Still not with the things that y'all learned from Teeba this weekend. I wish I would have had a lot of those lessons back then, right? I wish I would have had them. So as we going through this process, I'm getting laughed out of beauty, but I'm making a few sales here and there. I'm jumping on the internet every day. This is before social media was here. So we had Craigslist, using what I got. I'm on Craigslist every day putting up posts. Beautiful hair, luxurious hair, happy hair, she's happy hair, whatever, cheap hair, whatever hair you want, we got it, basically. Call me, please, and let me come deliver this hair to you. Please is what was the goal every single day. So not only was I soliciting to strangers, I was soliciting to my family. I was going to my family, some of my family in here right now. When they were a lot little, they little 2-year-old birthday parties. I come to the 2-year-old birthday parties with all my cousins, and I have my bundles in my pockets because I strategically wore cargo pants everywhere because I had bundles in my cargo pants in my pockets right here. So I'd be at a little birthday party, and everybody knows me as Warren the firefighter, right? Everybody in the family's excited because I'm a firefighter and proud because I fight fires, right? Well, now I'm an entrepreneur. Hey, man, I'm selling these bundles now. Again. It's Kevin Hart hour. Everybody laughing. What? You crazy? What are you doing? You're supposed to be like, you're a firefighter. Put that up. Why you silly, right? But I'm not joking, right? But I tell y'all that to say, man, look, when you start your entrepreneur journey, your people ain't gonna support you. They love you. They love you, but they not gonna support you. Don't even look for it. Get it in your head right now. My people are not obligated to support me. It'll save your feelings from getting hurt. It'll save your feelings from getting hurt. All right? Even my homeboys, they'll call me. Hey, man, I know you ain't at the station, bro. Let's hang out. Let's go to happy hour, man. Let's go out here and party. Nah, bro, I work for myself now. Man, what you talking? Man, you tripping. Man, let's go hang out. Nah, bro, I work for myself, bro. I can't do it. They laughed at me. Man, he tripping. It wasn't their vision. Everybody in here got something to do, some vision that you got that you may be embarrassed because somebody around you ain't gonna be down with. That's your vision. It ain't theirs. It ain't for them to get. That don't mean y'all ain't gotta be cool. That don't mean they don't love you. That don't mean y'all can't rock. That just mean that they don't see your vision. Keep doing your vision. Because all of my homeboys that laughed at me work for me. Facts. And make high 6 figures. Facts. More than they would have made doing anything else. But if I'd have fell victim to them, be like, man, you right, bro. Let's go hang out, man. I'm tripping. We all would have been regular. And regular is never my goal. It never has been. Even when I was. Always aspiring for more, right? Always aspiring for more. So if you got a vision, don't think your family hating on you because they not supporting you, bro. They're not going to. Don't think your partners hating on you because they not supporting you. They're not supposed to. It's your vision. It's your job to get up and make it work. Strangers will support you way sooner than friends will. I heard a quote the other day. A customer will become a friend faster than a friend will become a customer. These are facts. Think about that. If you're trying to sell anything, if you got any entrepreneurial goals, remember that. One of your customers will become your friend first before one of your friends become one of your customers. It's an ugly truth, but you know it. And when you got it in your head, you know what you got to go do. I got to go get out here in front of these people. I got to go get the nose. I got to go get laughed at. I got to go learn. I got to go get in front of everybody, right? So we go from that. By 4 months in that, now I'm hustling. This is summer of 2012 when She's Happy Hair. I don't have a AC in my car. Everybody know how hot it is outside right now. It was just as hot then. I'm driving around Houston selling bundles with no AC. Oh, what fun, right? Oh, what fun. Yeah. And not only do I don't got no AC in my car runs hot. So every time I drive to go sell a bundle, if I'm living, where am I living at this time? I'm living in Stafford off 59. So if I got to drive to the north side to sell 2 bundles for $150, after I sell the bundles, I can't drive off. My customers are driving off. All right, thank you, appreciate it. My hood is smoking. Not kind of smoking, no, it's smoking. Like it's smoking. I'm taking $2 of that $150 and I'm going to get ice out the gas station, because that's why I'm meeting these women at random gas stations that's safe. I'm going to get ice out the gas station and putting it on my engine to cool my car down while my customers are leaving, checking on me. You sure you gonna be all right? You good? Yes, ma'am, I'm all right, appreciate it. I never let that discourage me. I used to sit in the car, count my money, and smile. And you know what I used to tell myself at that point? All right, man, I'm gonna tell this story one day. I've told this story hundreds of times, thousands maybe. But that's what I was saying at my lowest. One of my sons in here right now, he don't even know. One time one of my cars broke down, didn't have it. I was walking down 288 like 1 in the morning, cars flying by, I got him, he 1 year old. Like, bro, I'm gonna tell this story one day, because this ain't gonna be my story forever, I'm gonna win. The most important conversations you're gonna have in life are gonna be the ones you have with yourself. I told you, I encourage everybody. I inspire everybody. I try to pump up everybody. There's nobody that I pump up more than myself. If don't nobody believe in Warren Broadnax believe in Warren Broadnax. And if you know Warren Broadnax, you know that. You know that. And you gotta feel the same way about you. The world is tough. If you out here looking for approval or seeking approval of somebody else, man, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. And you're gonna be tattered up. You gotta come and be in your best cheerleader at all times, especially the toughest times, right? One of my favorite sayings in life right now is nobody said it would be easy. Why do I say this all the time? Because it ain't easy. This whole story I've told y'all, have I told you anything easy thus far? I won't. I can't, because it hasn't happened. I don't have a story of, man, they just came by and gave me $2 million, bro, and say, make it do what it do. Never. 900, 1800, 3600, flipping, great customer service. Customers getting mad, me apologizing, taking L's every single time. Flipping it, bringing more value, reinvesting in the company, not getting paid for the company, paying everybody first, paying myself last, skipping paydays, right? Taking the sacrifice. This is how you get to become successful. It's hard work, it's consistency, it's sacrifice. And when I got to where I wanted to be, it ain't going and buying a Bentley. It ain't going and getting iced out, buying a $50,000 Rolex and everything they rapping about. That ain't reality, bro. It's putting your money back in the hood. It's going back and talking to the people that were sitting in the same seats you were sitting in and inspiring them. Because when I was growing up, bro, I didn't have a black cat with tattoos standing in front of me saying he made $100 million. I didn't. I wish I did, because I would have knew that I could do it. I'm here to tell each and every one of y'all can do it. It's just hard. It's just hard. And as you go through your journey in life, you gotta have that mentality that it's going to be hard. But I'm stronger than I think I can. I can make it. But I'm gonna knock it out anyway. It's hard, but I'm not gonna stop. It's hard, but I win at the end. The end. If I'm still losing, that means it ain't the end. Right? This is the mentality that you have to have. So we go from out the car for about 5 months. My car's running hot. We finally get our first She's Happy Hair location. It's 400 square feet. It's only 400 square feet. It's probably as big as right here, literally. It's about as big as this little area I'm sitting in. First store on the 5th floor in an office building. At this point, it's like, all right, I got to figure this thing out. We got this little office building now. How do I get women up here? Well, we got to start marketing the business. We got to put money into marketing. That's when one of my friends came up with a little jingle. Hey, bro, I got a jingle for your business, bro. Check it out. I finally checked it out. I was like, oh, man, I like it. It's a little ghetto, but I like it. Oh, I like it. It's a little ghetto, though, but I like it, right? A lot of people ain't gonna like it, but it don't matter because I'm gonna throw it down their throats because I'm gonna put it on the radio. I'm not gonna get paid. I'm gonna pay the radio $2,000 a month. I'm not gonna get paid. I'm still firefighting. I'm still doing my 2 days at the station at this time. So all of my money comes from the fire department, you know? Now I'm investing everything in the business. So now I'm spending $2,000 a month on the radio pumping this song that everybody who knows me is talking noise to me about, including my parents. Why are you putting that ghetto song on the radio? I am so tired of hearing that little ghetto jingle that y'all keep playing on the radio. Ooh, it's getting on my nerves, all right? Add another 500 to it. Keep pumping it up, add another 500. We're gonna play it even more. Because I know in our culture, we followers. We are followers in our culture. Everything almost everybody got on, including me, is because I seen it somewhere and I wanted it. In our culture, we want stuff that we can't even pronounce. Let me get a Petit Philippe. I don't even know how to pronounce that watch, but I know the rappers talk about it and everybody here know what it is. Right? Let me get a Petit, all of that. We're followers. So I'm like, man, I have to build this brand to where people aspire to want to be a part of it. Those radio commercials shot us up to the top of Houston. It's like, okay, we killing it out here. Ain't got no competition out here now. Let me take this business model to where it doesn't exist. Who's my different demographic? Black women. Where's a whole bunch of black women there and they don't have any of my competition? I had a friend from the military in Detroit. Called him up. Hey, bro, what you doing? Oh, man, I ain't doing too much. Hey, bro, I got a business idea. I'm making a whole bunch of money. You want to be my partner? Yeah, man, come on up here. I flew up there 2 days later. I stayed up there a week. Hey, man, hired the whole community. We had the whole community. Painting the store, shipping the store. We was in the hood of Detroit. Like, it was so hood, they had to walk me to the store from the store. Like, that's how hood it was. I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna go get us some waters. They was like, nah, go, somebody go with him. I'm like, bro, I can see the store. Like, you don't know where you at, though. Somebody go with him. I'm not arguing. Somebody come with me, please. I wanna go home, right? In 2 weeks, we set up shop. We're killing it in Detroit. 2 weeks, we're killing it. Oh, man, this is great. Oh, this hair thing is working out. Like, everything is great. Learned a lesson from that guy. Don't make your friends your business partners all the time, because everybody don't have your discipline. I was used to seeing the money coming in. I knew that the money had to go back in the business. That's how we got to Detroit. I knew the money wasn't mine, it was the business's money. He thought it was his money. So when I came up there, he didn't have a car when I set up shop. 6 months later, he has 3 cars. He has a Range Rover, a Corvette, and a Durango SRT truck, right? But we don't have any hair because he has 3 cars and a whole bunch of jewelry, right? So that taught me, like, everybody can't be your business partner. Tighten up your paperwork when you get to entrepreneurship, right? Also, keep your financial acumen up. Keep people like Teeba around you that make sure you stay on your numbers. Because if you don't, people will take advantage of you. They will take advantage of you. And one thing you gotta know is you need the things that he's teaching you, because everybody here got a plan. Everybody here wanna be something that make a lot of money. Well, if you ain't got no discipline with it and you don't know how to save it, a fool and his money will soon part. Oh man. That's why you got all these athletes who made 100 million that's broke. A lot of them. That's why you got all these entertainers that made millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions who broke. Because they don't know these basic principles that Teeba is teaching them. The things y'all getting in here today will prepare y'all for life forever. I guarantee you, if you listen and apply them. If you listen and apply them. So we shut down shop there, started up. Long story short, we have 7 locations across the United States, right? We have 3 in Houston, 2 in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, 1 in Detroit, Michigan, 1 outside of Atlanta, inside of Walmart, right? Like, she's Happy Harris, like, doing okay. It is tough. It is tough. I mean, I cannot explain to you how hard it is. If I could articulate the words, I would for you, but I'm telling you, it's one of the toughest things I've ever done in my life. It's the most rewarding. Make no mistake about it. Outside of that, me and my wife also have a screen printing company called Happy Me Tea here in Houston, where we make all type of apparel right here on 288 in the Beltway. One of my best employees is right here in front of me right now. My 18-year-old. I'm gonna miss him when he go to Morehouse. I don't know who gonna make these t-shirts. But yeah, so we also have a screen print company. All type of entrepreneurship, I'm all about it. It's all I talk about all day. That's all I live, breathe. I get a chance to expose my kids to entrepreneurship. Like, I didn't even know what an entrepreneur was growing up. I just knew I wanted to work for myself. I wanted to be a businessman. And I think about how I've changed the trajectory to where my kids grew up in our businesses. They don't even know nothing else other than our businesses. So how is that gonna mold their mind when they getting older in their kids' mind? That's all they know. I want y'all to be able to know that everything that I have attained and each and every other successful person has attained, that Teeba has attained, that Courtney has attained, it's out here for you. If you want it, if you're willing to do the work. If you are willing to do the work, it's out here for you. How do you get there? A few things to help you out. Number 1, you gotta read. You have to read. The unfed mind will devour itself. You ain't putting no positivity in your head, it's gonna get devoured with the negativity. It's gonna get devoured with the BS. Because somebody reading books, getting the game. If you're not the one getting it, you are doing yourself a disservice. That's first. Number 2 is you have to have pride in your work ethic. That's one thing the military taught me. That's one thing that the fire department taught me. You just gotta outwork everybody. That's my competitive advantage. I didn't come up here and tell y'all how smart I was, right? I ain't come here and tell you how brilliant I'm a genius. I'm not. One thing for sure though, I will outwork you. When it comes to putting that work in, I will outwork you. Facts. You will go to sleep before I will. You will quit when it get hard, and I won't. I will not quit. I don't know how to. It's my gift and my curse. If you want to be successful, if you want something in life, you got to come in it with that mentality. It's the 50 Cent mentality. I'm going to get rich or die trying. But I'm not going to quit. If you really want it, that's got to be your mentality. Right? Education is key to this situation. It is. Don't make no mistakes about it. Everybody in here should be going to college and get your degree. Everybody should. While you're figuring out your life and enhancing your life, you should be educating yourself and getting your degree. Your education doesn't stop at college. After that, you should be sitting in seminars like this. Trust me, I sit in them all the time. All across the United States, I'm always flying out to get the game. Paying $7,000 sometimes to sit in seats. Just to get the game. Just to be in a room to get the game. Right? But one thing that I say is as equal as important as education is your hunger. You gotta want it. You gotta want it. My boy Dante here, my cameraman, we talk about it all the time. I call it a day one mentality. I'm just as hungry today as I was when my boy called me with the $900, with the call. I am just as hungry. That's how I know I'm outwork you. Just because I want it more than you. That's it. Just because I know I want it more than you. And I got a little bit more confidence because I know I can do it. If you got that same confidence and you want anything just as bad as it's for you, even if you ain't got it yet, and that's my mentality. I see things before they get here because like all I got to do is work for it. It's going to be tough as hell, but I'll figure it out. I'm going to get it. It's going to take a few years, but I'm going to grind it out all these years. I'm going to learn everything I possibly can, and it'll get there. And when you guess what happens when it get there? I'm on something else. I'm on something else. I'm on something else because that's life. But you got to be grateful for the things that you have. Y'all are young right now. One of the main things right now that you also need to focus on is the people around you. Your circle around you determines how far you go. If you hanging around with a whole bunch of clowns that ain't going nowhere, and you know they ain't going nowhere, you hang around with them long enough, you will be in the land of nowhere as well. It's impossible to hang around with a whole bunch of people you know ain't going nowhere, and you think you gonna be different. Do yourself a favor and hang around people that you wanna be like, that have the goals that you wanna be like. And if you don't know anybody that have the goals you wanna be like, hang around yourself. You'll start attracting the people like you. But don't feel peer pressure to hang around anybody who ain't going where you're going. Because they gonna slow you up. And I told y'all, it goes fast. You don't got time to waste. It goes fast. It goes fast. Success is just an accumulation of a lot of great decisions. And if you hanging around a lot of bad people that make a lot of bad decisions, I know a lot of the kids that jail because they homeboy did something and they was in the car. I knew I shouldn't have been hanging around him, man. My mama told me not to be hanging around him. If you know you hanging around the wrong people, do yourself a favor and remove yourself from that situation. I'm telling you this right now. I'm giving you the game. It's up to you to do with it. Do yourself a favor and stay away from those type of people. Even if you got to go solo. Even if you got to be solo. That's what being a leader is all about anyway. It's making your own moves. Your flock will come together. Your tribe will get there. But if you hanging around losers, leave a loser where you at, man. They ain't gonna do nothing but bring you down. Or how I'm doing with time, 'cause I know we had Q&A too. Oh, perfect. Right to it. Anybody got questions for me? Boom, that's what I'm talking about. Hands right up. What you got, little brother?
My question is, what are your 5 streams of income? Well, if you don't mind me asking, what are your 5 streams of income? And then, like, how is it like managing like each stream of income?
What are my 5 streams of income? So I have She's Happy Hair, right, which has 7 locations, right? So that's 7 stores alone. I have Happy Me Tea as well. I have speaking engagements, and that's about the only ones I have right now. That's a pretty hefty plate. With She's Happy Hair being 7 locations, and I'm working on trying to get it to 30 locations here in the next 5 years. So those would be my 5. What else you got? What was the other part of that?
How is it managing like each stream of income? Like managing like all the jobs?
I prioritize. She's Happy Hair is first, right? I actually had more businesses at one point, but I was spreading myself too thin. As an entrepreneur, you think you can do anything. Man, yeah, trucking, yeah, I got some money, let me throw it in there. Yeah, I got some money, let me throw it in there. But I started spreading myself too thin. You gotta really be a master at your craft. Like, I was like, I gotta focus on this and really blow it. So I kind of cut a lot of the fat off of my distractions and really focus on. So I always prioritize She's Happy Hair first because it's so demanded to me, and then Happy Me Tea, and then speaking when I can get it in. And I'm still a dad, I'm still a husband, so it's a lot of that. But you'll hear a lot when y'all growing up about work-life balance. I don't really believe in that. I just figure it out. There's no balance. You just keep on going. Try to do everything as you can, but I really prioritize She's Happy Hair first because it pays the bills and it has the most potential. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
When did you start She Happy Hair? When did you start it?
When did I start? 2012. So this will be 10 years. It'll be 10 years. August, that phone call I told you about was like August 12th of 2012. So it'll be 10 years on August 12th that he made that initial phone call. What inspired the jingle? A friend of mine at the time, he was like my homeboy. He was like real cool, and he had seen the growth, right? Even to that point of me coming out the car to just moving around Houston. And he had seen, I think we had the suite, and he was just like, man, you gotta let me in and call him. He was a good friend of mine, but I was very engulfed and I'm very focused in growing the business. So he's like, man, you gotta tell me about the business. I don't know nothing about it, but I wanna make a rap song about it, right? And I'm so busy, I'm like, man, I ain't got time for that, bro. All right? So then he'll call me again. Man, just send me a flyer, and I can make the song off the flyer. Man, I ain't got time for that. So then he called me, man, I went to your store and got a flyer, and I made the song. So I was like, all right, I'm having a Super Bowl party. Come to my house, bro. Came to my house for a Super Bowl party. He had it on a CD. I don't even do CDs no more. But he gave me the CD, and he was like, man, check out the CD. I'm at the party entertaining, so I put it in my pocket. It's like, all right, I got you. I think he called me like 5 days later. Man, you heard the CD? I was like, bro, I'm gonna go to the movies by myself. I said, I'm gonna listen to the CD. I'm gonna call you back as soon as I listen to it. And I popped it in probably 10 minutes later, and I listened to it twice, and I called it back, and I was like, bro, this is the biggest thing ever. I'm gonna blow it up. But that's the story of literally the jingle. It was him being extremely persistent and useful because I didn't see the vision on that. He just really was a hard charger, and he seen it. So kudos to DC. That's who really, he did all that. I was pushing them off for the whole time, trying to run a business. Any other questions? How do we come up with the name She's Happy Hair? Probably between me and Marcus. I think it was more my business partner, Marcus. But we're very, very, very simple. And we knew this was a market we did not know nothing about, so I think it was like, she's happy. What do we want to make them do? Happy. What are we selling? Hair. She's happy hair. There it is, right? So it was very simple. I'm not gonna tell you nothing that seems like it was like a genius idea. It was very basic. It's just the work that was the genius part, right? Everything else was really, really, really simple. But that's it. It was just like, what are we trying to do? Selling hair. Who are we selling to women? She's happy hair. And we just ran with it, and luckily it stuck. Luckily it stuck. Anybody else got any questions? Yes, ma'am. Do I? No, not at all. Not at all. No. You called me a few years ago, I'd be like, let me go to the car. I got something in my duffel bag. I don't have a bundle on me. But we are open. 6 days a week. Trying to get back to 7 right now. Any other questions? Come on, give it to me. I'm here to answer if you got anything. Yes, ma'am. Do I ever take a vacation? Yes, I do. I take family vacations now. So we take family vacations with our kids, and I do take quick getaways. Me and my wife, we will about once every 2 weeks. We'll at least go for a weekend. I can't not work for a long time, so we might leave on Friday, come back Sunday. I'm good. That's all I need. That little quick mental break, fly somewhere, see a beach, come on back, and get right back to the grind. But like 7-day vacations, I'll be going through work withdrawals if I took that long a vacation. What is my daily schedule like? It's chaotic, right? So a normal day could be like me waking up in the morning, try to take my time a little bit, getting out the house, get my mind right. I may leave, go to the office. I'll probably wake up around 9, 10, go to the office. I might be at the office till about 6, 7. Sometimes I go home. Sometimes I have to go to Happy Me Tea because I'm still the screen printer at times there. So I may go to Happy Me Tea, or I may go work out from like, I'll leave the office at 7 or 8, go work out at the gym from like 8 to 10, go to Happy Me Tea from like 11 to 2, 3 in the morning, and then drive home, and then right back up again at like 9, 10, 11. Sometime those days. And in the midst of the day, like what is getting done, it varies, right? As a CEO, I'm tasked with pushing the organization. So a day could be going to a networking event. It could be going to an online class, taking online classes. It could be a host of meetings all day. Or it could be just conversations with my corporate team getting alignment. Like we may have an issue where we're not in alignment. So I need to call everybody and make sure that we're on the same page moving forward. So those are the hours, but as far as like the work, it's different every single day. And I like it that way. It reminds me of the military, it reminds me of the fire department. I'm putting out fires every day. It's a lot of bad news every day, a lot of customer complaints and trying to keep us off of the shade room and all of that, because customers will be like, I'm gonna blast y'all, all the time. So it's like keeping that down, keeping the team motivated, and building a luxury brand in my head is what I want us to aspire to be. I'm trying to be the Louis Vuitton of hair. It's very, very hard. So just aspiring to get there and trying every day is basically the normal day for me. Questions? Anybody else got something? What you got? Other than trying to expand with She's Happy Hair, am I trying to expand with my speaking and Happy Me Tea? Yeah. First, She's Happy Hair. We're working on potentially looking at massive expansion with She's Happy Hair. We scaled fairly fast to the 7 a few years ago, spent some time to get stable. Now I'm starting to talk to outside people to get to these 30 locations to really make stupid bread, right? That Happy Me Tea, more online expansion. I don't want another location. If we can just expand our online presence, that's the goal with that. And with the speaking, yeah, because I love it, and I just think a lot of people need it. Like, I think a lot of people need to see the story to be inspired by it, so for sure. Anybody else got any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Are you looking into becoming a franchise?
Am I looking to become a franchise? Not at all. Keeping all that money in-house. We're keeping all that in-house. We're gonna look like a franchise though. When we're 30 locations, internationally, Africa, all that great stuff, yeah, it'll still be up under my roof. So that's the goal. We're trying to keep it personally owned. Eventually, I am going to sell and get out and cash out. And somebody can buy me out for sure at one point in time. But until then, we're trying to run up that value as much as possible until we get to that exit plan.
When you first started the entrepreneurial journey, what would you say was your biggest obstacle?
When I first started my entrepreneurial journey, what was the biggest obstacle? I didn't know nothing. I didn't know anything. You gotta know so much when you run into business. Like, I didn't know nothing. So that's why I'm such a proponent for sitting in rooms like this on Saturdays and learning, because I didn't know anything about marketing. I didn't know anything about sales. I didn't know anything about shipping and receiving. I didn't know anything about finance. I knew absolutely nothing about business other than like how to buy something and sell it, how to file taxes, the formation of my corporations. I knew nothing. So it's just like, I knew nothing. That was the main thing. Like, I didn't know a whole lot about the hair, to be completely honest, at the beginning. So it's just, you're just starting off with a dream, but I just knew I had a real hunger and thirst to learn it. Like, because I wanted to be better. I wanted to be the best.
You think if you went to college, you'd still be here? Like, where you are right now?
Do I think if I went to college, would I still be here? I don't know. Probably. Probably. You know, I think I would. I think I would be here probably with a lot more acumen because I would have learned a lot of things that I didn't learn in the Navy. I would have learned them if I would have went to college. So I think so for sure. And I would have a stronger network. That's the beauty of college, bro. Like, y'all are going to schools where you're going to build personal relationships with people for life that are going to be very successful as well. And my Rolodex would be a lot more bigger. Right now, I still build my network because I didn't have those relationships y'all go build in college. So I think college is a great springboard in that way too as well, which is networking and building friends you can call on 30 years later. That's winning as well. Any other question? What you got?
How did you discipline yourself not to be able to spend your money like as soon as you got it? Make sure you put it back into the business.
How did I discipline myself to spend the money? Bro, I'm still working on that discipline, bro. To be completely honest with you. Initially, I did blow some bread at first. I ain't never had nothing, right? So when you ain't never had nothing, you wanna shine a little bit. You just think you need it. And then you get that stuff and it start collecting dust. And then your homeboys who have more financial discipline than you start telling you how good they doing in the market. And you looking at $30,000 in sneakers and he's like, man, my $30,000 in the market turned into 75. And you looking at $30,000 in sneakers and you learn not to make that mistake again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that, and also learning you can't grow your business if you don't have financial discipline, because you got to reinvest in the business. If you want your business to grow, it takes your money. Like most entrepreneurs of color, the number one obstacle you're gonna have is access to capital. Meaning you ain't gonna have nobody to give you a loan to give you money. That's how most businesses work in America. Hey, I got this idea. I may have some collateral. Let me have $100,000 and let me show you my plan. I got a whole plan. Give me $100,000 and I'm gonna make it work. Well, in our communities, we don't get that $100,000. And they can get it from the bank, or they can get it from a family member, or they can get it from a group of their friends that are already successful that put in. All of those resources usually are not available to us. So you know it's kind of like you, like if I blow this bread, who I'm gonna call? Right? And just knowing that and being real with myself, like, bro, if I blow this whole situation, I'm gonna be looking dumb, everybody gonna be laughing, and it's gonna be my fault, and I don't have any help. I gotta get a little bit more control of myself. So I think that's what helped. And taking sales and looking at some dusty sneakers that I spent $1,000 on, that was like, bro, that was stupid. So I don't really do that too much no more, you know. Anybody else got any more questions? I'm up here. Anybody else? Well, I appreciate all y'all for y'all time. I want to leave y'all with a few of my quotes before I get up out of here, man. I just want to get y'all game a little bit. I'm out of my time. A few of these my favorite quotes, right? Just some of them that I think y'all need. Number one is discipline your disappointment. All right? I don't think I talked about failure enough since I've been up here. It is the most consistent part of my life is failure. I fail every single day. You asked about my daily routine. I fail. I lose every day, all day. Discipline your disappointment. I've learned to take that failure and roll with that thing. Man, dang. Okay, learn from it, analyze it. How can I get better? Failure is not fatal. Because some people will take that failure, sit down, start crying, act like it's the end of the world, beat yourself up. Somebody like me that I failed 5 times while you still soaking over that last failure you done did. I done got up and failed again and got up and failed again. So learn to discipline your disappointment. You know what I'm saying? That L could be a loss or it can be a lesson. I try to make sure all of my L's are lessons for me. And I try not to make the same mistake twice, right? So definitely, I think that was it. This is another one, y'all young, so this is another one I wish I would have learned earlier. Feeling entitled is your worst enemy. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Nobody. Your mama, your daddy, nobody owes you nothing. The quicker you understand that, the quicker you're gonna be successful. Because when you know nobody owe you nothing, guess what you gonna do? You're not gonna expect nobody to give you nothing. And you gonna know it's on you to go and get it for yourself. So feeling entitled is your worst enemy. Because you're gonna be the one waiting, man, I can't believe they ain't gave it to me yet. I can't believe nobody just handed it to me. And another has the mindset that don't nobody owe me nothing, they gonna be passing you up because they gonna be working for it. They gonna know the handout ain't coming. You gonna sit there forever waiting on the handout. They gonna know it ain't coming. And they gonna go get what's coming for them. So understand that. Entitlement is your worst enemy. Another one I wish I would have learned earlier. Opportunities aren't given, they're taken. Opportunities aren't given, they're taken. When I was young, I used to think, if I just keep doing this, somebody's gonna come on down and just go say, you know what, you deserve this. Absolutely, it hasn't happened yet. Every opportunity that I've capitalized on, I created myself. Everything. Every opportunities, ask any successful person, ask your parents, ask anybody successful that you respect. Hey man, if somebody get that to you, nah, I work for it. Opportunities aren't given, they taken. If you waiting on somebody that's in a seat somewhere to get up and say, you know what, you can have this great seat at the top or whatever, it ain't gonna never happen. They never gonna give it up. You got to take it from them. Learn that early. Go get you, because ain't nobody go get you. You got to go get yourself. I'm going to leave y'all with about one more, and I'm out of here. Embrace the hard work. Be harder than the times, because times are always going to be hard. They're always going to be hard. It is never going to be easy. Once you understand that, it's never going to be easy. But I'm going to be harder than the times. It's always going to be hard, but I'm going to be harder than the times. Once you truly understand that in your mind, you are unstoppable. Once you really believe that, once you really believe, like, bro, it ain't going to be easy. I'm going to go in this situation. It's going to be everything but easy, but I'm going to kill it anyway. Right? My last one is one of my favorite ones. Whether you want to be an entrepreneur, accountant, whatever you want to be in life, you got to know that you got what it takes. But it's going to take everything you got. And if you ain't willing to give everything you got, then you don't want it. You got to know that. You got what it takes, but it's going to take everything you got. Because a lot of people, I got what it takes, but then you want to be entitled. I got what it takes. It's going to come to me. No, it's not. You got what it takes, but you're going to have to give everything you got to go get it. Everything. And when you do, and then when you feel like you ain't got, you gave it all, you got a little bit more. Go harder, because that success may be right on the other end of giving up. Right on the other end of giving up. So many times I would feel like, man, this ain't working, bro. I'm just gonna give up, shake it off. 2-3 months later, pow, it popped. Keep your foot on their gas. Keep your foot on their neck. Keep your foot on their neck. I'm unapologetic. This is my energy all day. in my organization. This is my energy all day, all day long. How do you get from 900,000 to making 100 million? Like that, right? Because we ain't gonna stop, we ain't no choice. And we ain't satisfied. They just sound, them numbers sound good to y'all. I don't care about them numbers. Chasing these 30 stores, I'm trying to make 100 million in a year. That's my goals. That's what I'm pushing for. That's my 5 strings of income, right? I'm trying to get that 100 million a year. Facts, right? So dream big. Whatever, however big you dreaming, you got what it takes, but it's gonna take everything you got. Facts. Other than that, y'all have an absolutely amazing afternoon. Appreciate y'all. No problem, bro. Yeah.
So they get paid and they get to get in the booth, the money booth.
Okay.
If they can answer the questions from the information you just gave them. So you're gonna pick a student, and if that student can answer the questions, 2 of them gonna go against each other, and then 1 of them gets to get in the booth and get money just for listening and understanding and incorporating what you said into being able to share it back with you.
I pick them when they volunteer. I see a hand. Who else? Come on back here. I see you in the back. Come on. Young lady right there. Yeah, you. I'm sorry. My bad, but I ain't see you over there. We're going to get these 2 right there. Come on. Come on. So we're going to see what, so I got to ask some questions off the information I just gave them?
Yes,
Gave them? Okay. I go one by one. How we doing it? Family feud style? Okay.
They're gonna stand up beside of you, and then they're gonna answer the question. You ask the question, they raise their hand, you pick them.
Okay.
They're gonna answer the question.
Okay. Let's see, what really matters here? What year did She's Happy Hair start? You have to use fast. 2012. That's correct. 2012. That's that one. How many elementary schools did I go to?
5.
Ooh, she's on that over. Who can name something unique? 2 quotes that I quoted. Who can recite 2 quotes that I recited today?
You have to know that you got what it takes, but it's gonna take everything that you got, and nothing is easy.
Man, I like her, man. You see that, Dante? I like that. I like that. Yeah, we learned a little bit. One more. Let me see. One more. All right. You gotta come on. You gotta come on with it, brother. You know each other. Come on, try to get this money for you. I'm fair. I'm being fair. Let me see. One more question. Let's see what we got. Where are all 7 She's Happy Hair locations? Ooh, she got you.
You have 2 in Dallas, 1 in Detroit, and the rest. Wait, no, 3 in Houston and 1 outside of Atlanta.
Man, that's it. That girl cold. Give her a hand clap. That girl cold. She's paying attention right there. That girl cold. What's your name?
Sydney.
Sydney, nice to meet you. Great job, Sydney. You gotta catch it with your hands. All right, 1, 2, 3, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. Too. I was like, that's why I'm inviting y'all. I ain't inviting y'all to come see hear something I wouldn't want to hear. I'm inviting y'all because this is who you need to be listening to.
I appreciate that. And you got them sitting on the front row. I like
Yeah,
that.
hey, man.
I like that.
I ain't even tell them that. They know though. He know.
They know.
He know. If I'm now, I'm on the front row with my pen trying to get the game, man. But I appreciate you giving this game, Teeba, for
My
real.
pleasure.
They need it.
I appreciate you getting them in.